In this video, I'm going to show you how to create new forms from scratch using our drag and drop forms engine. So what you're going to do is go ahead and log into your system, go to Forms, and go ahead and click New Form. This is going to take you into our new form creation wizard. The first thing you're going to do is type a title for your form. And this title is kind of important because this is how you're going to identify the form in your back end. And this is also going to be something that potentially could be showing on your form to your users. So I'm on one of our demo websites. And this right here, this form right here, so this is the title, need to sell your house fast, and this is the description, okay? So just know that the title and description are things that you can actually make live so your users can see them. This is the title for this form, and this is the description, okay? So make sure that the title is something that might be a headline, a call to action, and the description is something that clarifies. So let's say this form that we're going to do, we're creating a bird dog form, okay? Earn extra income by becoming a bird dog. Just enter where okay, so we're just going to go ahead and click create form. The form is saved now. Now it's going to take you to the first place where our system will essentially walk you through and show you what to do on how to edit field options, click to add different fields, drag and drop and arrange different things and save your form, and your form is done. So make sure you look at this little tutorial we have for you. But essentially from here it's really simple. Once again, follow this tutorial on this page and it walks you through. Let's say the first thing you're going to want to have in there is name. Okay, click name. And it's going to erase the tutorial and it's going to add in the name field. From here you can click edit. You can delete it if you decide that you don't want that. But go ahead and click edit and you can choose what this says. So enter your name. Okay, so you can see how that updated that right there. There's some different advanced options in here as well, but mostly you'll probably be mainly sticking under the properties. Name format, there's a few different name formats, and please know that there's these little tool tips above all these labels so you can see what they mean. Okay, so as you're going through here, if you're confused on what something means, hover over this little tool tip and it'll tell you what it means. If you want to make any fields required, you can do that here with this check mark. So let's make this required. Okay, we're going to close that, and now we're going to add in email address. So click email. That's going to add that in there. Let's go ahead and edit this and make this required. Okay, let's make that a required field. And let's go ahead and make this field size a big field size. We want to make it nice and wide. Okay, so you can see how it widened out right there. Let's say we want to add some other things. Let's say we want to add their phone number. Okay, click phone. That's going to add that right in there. And I want to make this one the same width as the other one, so I'm going to make this one a large size as well. And I'm going to make this required. You can make things required or not if you want. And let's go ahead and go up to standard fields now. Now we want to create a drop-down box. Okay, so drop-down boxes, of course, are things like this. This is a drop-down box. Okay, you can add these any way you want to into the system. You can add checkboxes. Okay, so I'm just going to add a checkbox to show you what it looks like. So now we can add checkboxes. So if you want to add a checkbox, click edit, name this checkbox. How much experience do you have? Then you go ahead and change these choices. None. 1 to 5 years. 5 years plus. And I'm just making up a form here, guys. Of course, this probably isn't what we would put on an actual bird dog form, but for illustration purposes, it's great. And then there's also some choices that we have already pre-programmed in here that are pre-defined, so you can add in age, gender, state, job title, how long, how satisfaction, all kinds of things that we've already programmed in here, so you can create checkboxes to see how satisfied someone is, okay, or compare things. So I just went ahead and clicked that. Much better, so you can see how it's adding in these things in here. Okay, so we have a lot of advanced features in here. You can make that required or not. Let's go ahead and not make it required. I'm going to click close. So that's the first step, is really go through here, find out what you want to put in your form, click update form when you've got those in there, and you're good to go. So the next step is go to form settings. Okay, click form settings, and inside of form settings is where you're going to be able to edit a lot of the settings on what happens after someone puts their information into a form. Do you want the system to send out an email to you and to the person who put information in? All kinds of stuff. So here's these settings. I'm not going to go over them right now. You can kind of toy around with them. But now what we want to do is we want to change the submit button text. So let's go ahead and put join our bird dog program. Okay. So that's what the text is going to say when they submit it. There's some other advanced settings down here. If you're an advanced user, we've got those for you. If not, don't worry about it. Okay. So I went ahead and clicked update, and now that's there. So it's going to say join our bird dog program now. The next thing is go to confirmations. And like I said, in here, this is where you're going to be able to say, hey, when someone puts in their information, go ahead and send me an email. And by default, we already have a default confirmation that's in there. Okay. So this is what happens is when actually this is not emails. Let me backtrack. This is not emails that goes out to the user. This is what happens after someone puts their information into the form. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and click edit. And by default, what we've got that happens is when someone puts in their information to a form, automatically when you use a text option here for confirmation type, the form will disappear and this little message will pop up. Okay, they'll still stay in the same page. If you want to forward them to a page in your website after they put in their information, click page, and then choose the page you want to forward them to after this. We already have a thank you page built on your website if you want to keep that. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and save that confirmation, or you can choose to redirect people to any URL on the internet that you want to. I'm going to save confirmation and just keep people there on the thank you page. Okay, the last thing is notifications, and this is where the email notifications are sent to you when someone opts in, or you can choose to add one that goes out to the person who puts their email address in to the system. By default, we already have an admin notification built in. It's a basic admin notification. It just sends you an email and says, hey, there's a submission from this form. Okay, the forms that we've created for you, you'll notice are the admin notifications that we created for you, and those ones are more advanced. Okay, they look a little bit prettier, but either way, by default, our system will send you an email every time someone submits that form with all of the information that they submitted. Okay, and you can choose to change different things in there. And there's some advanced things. So I'm in here. This is the actual email that you're going to receive. You can change the subject line of it so your team knows what that says. You can choose to copy that email to someone else in your team as well. Okay, there's a lot of different things that you can do. And then over here in this little box over here, this is kind of fancy. This is where you can really get fancy in what you want the emails to say when you get them. So these are called merge tags. This is for advanced users. If you're a beginning user, you don't have to listen to this. You don't need these to be successful. But if you're advanced, awesome. So what this is going to do is you can choose the different things on your form. So this automatically populates things that you already are asking for on your form, and you can say, put this in the email that you send to me. Okay. You can put in their IP address that they opted in from. You can put in the date. You can put in all kinds of different things. Okay, so just know that you can do these things from inside of here. I'm just going to go ahead and bounce back the notifications, because this is one thing that's important to people. Is sometimes they want an autoresponder email to be sent out to their users, and our system will send one autoresponder email out. If you're using another autoresponder system that's integrated with our system, you don't need to do this, okay? But if you want our system to send one autoresponder email out, all you have to do is click Add New, and it's going to create a new autoresponder. What we like to call these is customer autoresponder, just so you know what they are. Send to, this means send it to what email address do you want our system to send that to. Enter email means send it to the email address that, actually right here, send to email. So if you want just to send it to the email address that they've opted in with, click select a field, select email, and our system will send it to their email address. Okay, from name. So this is what actually shows up in their email box. Who do you want it to say it's from? ABC, properties, whatever it is. It could be your name, anything. The from email, this is the email address that it's going to show that the email is sent from, and we just automatically populate your admin email address. Reply to, what happens if someone replies to the email? Where do you want that to go to? What we usually do is just put in the email address you want those replies to go to, or just go ahead and put admin email in there, make it simple. Subject line, this is the subject line that they'll see in their email. Okay, so this is where it's going to say, here's your free report. Okay, something like that. And then down here is where you're going to type in your message. So you can put anything you want in here. You can put pictures in here. You can make links, bold, whatever you want to do. Okay, what we suggest is making your emails nice and personal, as short as you can, and always try to make your emails to where it elicits a response from them. Anytime you can get people to respond back, it's great. And there's some really fancy things that you can do in these emails to make them very personal. So, and once again, it's using the merge tags over here. So I'm just going to use a few different techniques here. Hey, and then we're going to merge in their first name. Enter your first name. So what this is going to do is it's going to say hey, and then whatever the first name is that they put in there. So if they put Tom in that form and they opted in, it's going to say, hey Tom, I just okay, of course you would want to write a better email than this, but then finish out your email signature, whatever you want to write in your signature. Okay, and done. Save notification, you're done. That's the essence, guys, of creating a form. It's really quick and simple. Of course, it took me about 10 minutes to show you, but normally it would take just a very little amount of time. You can go ahead and click preview, see what your form looks like. You can even opt into it and see what happens. Okay, so you can see there it says join our BirdDog program, and you're done. So now what the last step is you add that form onto a page. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click pages, and we're going to go ahead and go to a page. Let's say we want to put this page on our contact page, okay, just for instance. It's really quick and simple to add forms to a page. And let's just assume that we want to add this form right here. So select the place on your page you want the form to be. Let's say we want it to be right here. There's this button that says add form. And now the form that you just created is going to show up in that drop down. Okay, so right here, earn extra income by becoming a bird dog. Do you want the title that you typed in the description to show? I'm just going to go ahead and click yes. Click insert form, and it puts it into this little short code. I'm going to update, and we're just going to go ahead and bounce over there and view that page so you can see the form in action. So right there you can see the form that we just created. Earn extra income by becoming a bird dog. There's the details we asked for them. Here's the check mark box. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and put some information in here. Test. Go and click join our BirdDog program, and it's going to take you to the thank you page that I set it to go to. So that's how to set up a form.